Hey everybody, Bill Weldon here. I'm talking to you today about verifying your backup. And the people that I'm specifically talking to today, you're running a business, an organization, you're a CEO or a CFO or a CIO, executive director. You've got a lot of initials after your name. This is for you. You're who I'm talking to with this. And I get it. You've got a lot to do. There's not enough time in the day, and things are crazier than ever. You need to be able to, quite simply, you need to be able to verify your backup. You need to be able to hold those people accountable who are doing this for you. And it doesn't matter who they are. Trusted employee of 20 years, trusted contractor of 20 years. This is something that sometimes slips. And if something happens and you go to recover that backup and it's not there, it's going to be a bad day for everybody. I'd like to repeat an old Russian proverb. It goes, "Doverye, no proverye." And if you're fluent in Russian, you don't need to tell me how badly I said that. I know already, but that's the best I can do. Quite simply, "Doverye, no proverye" means trust but verify. You probably remember that from Ronald Reagan toward the end of the Cold War, when his negotiations with the Soviet Union on disarmament. He said, "Trust but verify," and made that pretty famous in English. Now, listen, I know you've got enough to do with the day-to-day stuff, but this is so important. Imagine, right? So a disaster happens. There's a flood, or a hacker gets in and infects everything with ransomware, or a fire, or somebody steals your computer, something, there's any number of things can happen. So imagine that disaster. And you go to your people who are backing up your data and you say, how long will it take to get us back up and running? And then it happens, and you get that sinking feeling in your gut when you hear this, there's a problem and ... You can fill in the rest, but bottom line, backup's not there. So what can you do about that? This is what I'm here to talk to you about today. You need quite simply, the simplest thing to do is sit down and talk to the person who's supposed to be doing your backup and say, I need you to show me. And I need you to show me how you're sure that the backup ran, and how you can guarantee, or at least with some sense of reasonableness, how long it's going to take to get us back up and running is something worth to happen. And you need that to be in English. You need no geek speak, no techno babble or anything like that. Just don't allow it. Let me tell you something. When we do that to you, it's not you that's dumb, right? We're trying, sometimes you feel like, well, I feel dumb because I don't understand what they're talking about, and I'm a pretty educated person. No, you're paying someone to do this, and they need to explain it to you in a way that you understand. And the geek speak, the techno babble, it's not necessary. A lot of us do it, and we just fall into it because we're struggling to find a way to explain it. Sometimes we do it because we want you to back down. We want to maybe intimidate you a little bit, and it works. But you don't have to accept it. You're in charge. You're the one that's paying the bill, paying the employee, and they need to explain it to you, and in a way that you understand. And I'm going to add to that. You're getting a daily email or a weekly email or something like that. That's not good enough. That email saying, oh, a backup occurred last night, isn't telling you what you need to know. There have been a lot of, I could count, I'd need more fingers and toes to count the number of times when backups weren't occurring, even though a daily email is coming saying that the backups are occurring, or maybe everything that needs to be backed up isn't being backed up, but one file got backed up, so you got an email saying that the backup occurred last night. That's just not good enough. Now, that being said, and knowing that you're busy, I'm going to give you a cheap trick, and it's up to you if you want to use this or not. It's not nasty or anything like that, but it is a way to maybe give you a little peace of mind that maybe this backup thing is getting covered a little bit. Go on your server or in your cloud shared file environment, or if your PC is being backed up, then you can just take something from your My Documents folder. And I want you to find something that maybe doesn't matter to you anymore and delete it. Just delete it. Write the name down, of course, but delete the file. Or if you're one of those people that every piece of data is absolutely important and you don't want to delete anything, then find a file, move it somewhere else, and rename it. It's critical that you rename it. And then open a calendar appointment in your calendar. Set it for 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, a month, whatever. Pick a date, and I'd go at least 2 weeks, and write down in the notes of that calendar what you did. Today, July 15th, I took file XYZ that was on the P drive, and it was xyz.pdf, and I renamed it to 123.pdf, and I moved it to the O drive. And then set that calendar reminder for your 2 weeks, your 3 weeks out, a month, whatever the case may be, and wait. And then when 3 weeks has passed, or whatever the time is that you specified, send an email or phone, do a phone call and say, hey, I deleted this file on such and such a date. You can even tell them the date, and now I need the file back. Would you please retrieve it for me? And see what happens. So, and I hope it comes back. A lot of times it will. But if it doesn't, there you've got a problem. You know right there you've got a problem. So that's one way to do it. I really recommend that you take the time at some point in time and you get someone to really show you what's going on. Another thing that you can do that's not a bad idea is called a disaster recovery drill. And that's simply taking a Saturday or a holiday or some period of time and saying, okay, we're going to simulate everything's down, everything's broken, nothing works. What do we do to get back up and running, and how long is it going to take? That's the right way to do it. And you don't have to do it yourself, but you should be involved enough to know that it was successful or not successful. That's pretty much all I have to say today. If you need help with any of this, you have any questions, or you need a translator, you can't get past the geek speak, I want you to feel free to reach out to me, Bill Weldon, and thank you. Have a great day.